Welcome to Gist Dish TV, your ultimate gist corner. Before we dive headfirst into this emotionally loaded Nollywood saga, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on your notification bell, and stay locked in. Stories like this don't come often, layered with love, regret, temptation, and a choice that could change everything. Trust me, this one gets weight. For a man like Bryan Okwara, love has never been a game. Known for his calm demeanor, discipline, and refusal to chase clout with his private life, Bryan has always carried himself as someone who values depth over noise. But even the strongest men have emotional scars, and right now, Bryan finds himself standing at a crossroads, one path leading back to the past, the other pointing firmly toward the future. According to sources close to the actor, Bryan's ex-girlfriend, the woman who once held his heart before everything fell apart, has returned with one mission: to get him back at all costs. And this time, she is not whispering. She is begging. Insiders say the ex has been reaching out repeatedly, pouring out her heart in long messages, emotional voice notes, and late-night calls. Her plea is simple but heavy: I have changed. I promise I will never hurt you again. Please come back. Those familiar with their history say this isn't a case of nostalgia or loneliness. It is regret, deep, painful regret, mixed with the realization that she lost a man who genuinely loved her. Their relationship, from what has been gathered, was once solid. Bryan was said to be deeply committed, emotionally present, and intentional. He wasn't perfect, but he was consistent. Friends say he loved quietly but fiercely, choosing loyalty and peace over drama. When he loved with purpose. But somewhere along the line, things began to crack. Misunderstandings turned into repeated arguments. Emotional boundaries were crossed. Trust was questioned. Bryan reportedly tried to fix things, choosing calm conversations instead of confrontation. But according to insiders, his efforts were met with indifference, emotional distance, and actions that left him feeling unvalued. Eventually, the relationship ended, not with closure, but with pain. What followed was one of the most difficult periods of Bryan's life. Those close to him noticed a shift. He became quieter, more withdrawn, and emotionally guarded. He buried himself in work, using script and sets as distractions from a heartbreak he never publicly acknowledged. He never spoke badly about his ex. He never dragged her name. He simply walked away. That silence was not weakness, it was survival. Fast forward to now, and the woman who once broke his heart is back, fully aware of what she lost. Sources reveal that she has admitted her mistakes without excuses. She has allegedly told Bryan that pride blinded her, that she failed to recognize his value when she had him, and that losing him was the greatest lesson of her life. She insists she has grown emotionally, learned accountability, and is now capable of loving him properly. She promises transparency. She promises respect. She promises never to hurt him again. But promises, as Bryan knows too well, are easy to make when desperation sets in. Friends say Bryan listens, but cautiously. He doesn't interrupt. He doesn't argue. He absorbs every word, not because he is convinced, but because part of him remembers the man he was when he loved her. Yet, he also remembers the pain. And this is where the story becomes even more complicated. Because Bryan is no longer alone. Standing firmly in his presence is Sonia Uche, Nollywood's beloved sweetheart, admired not just for her talent but for her warmth, emotional intelligence, and genuine spirit. While neither Bryan nor Sonia have made loud declarations, their bond has not gone unnoticed. Those close to them describe their connection as calm, respectful, and emotionally safe, everything Bryan lacked during his past relationship. Sonia, according to insiders, represents peace. With her, Bryan does not have to explain his silence or guard his emotions. He is reportedly more open, more present, more himself. There is laughter without tension, communication without fear, and mutual respect without pressure. Fans adore Sonia, not just because of her on-screen presence, but because of the grace she carries off-screen. Many believe she is exactly the kind of woman Bryan deserves after everything he has endured. Which brings us to the question tearing through Nollywood conversations right now. Should Bryan go back to the woman who hurt him but claims she has changed, or should he stay with our beloved Sonia Uche, the symbol of his healing and new beginning. The ex believes history should matter. She believes shared memories, past love, and emotional familiarity should outweigh everything else. She insists that what they had was real and deserves a second chance. But Bryan knows something she may not fully understand yet: love without peace is not love at all. Sources say Bryan has been reflecting deeply. He is not rushing. He is not making decisions based on guilt or pity. He understands that choosing wrong this time could undo years of healing. Some friends encourage forgiveness, saying people genuinely grow through loss. Others warn him that returning to a place that once broke you is a risk not everyone survives twice. Meanwhile, Sonia remains quiet. No shade. No pressure. No public statements. And that silence speaks volumes. Those close to Sonia say she is secure in who she is and what she offers. She is not competing with the past. She is simply present, steady, emotionally mature, and unproblematic. And perhaps that is why fans are so protective of her. Online, opinions are divided. Some believe Bryan owes it to himself to see if his ex has truly changed. Others argue that love should move forward, not backward, especially when the past caused so much pain. One thing is clear: Bryan stands at a defining moment. Going back means reopening old wounds, trusting promises that once failed, and risking his emotional stability. Staying with Sonia means choosing peace, growth, and a future untainted by past trauma. As of now, Bryan has not spoken publicly. No confirmations. No denials. Just quiet reflection. And sometimes, the hardest decisions are made in silence. So we ask you, our people. Should Bryan Okwara return to his ex who is begging and promising change, or should he stay with our beloved Sonia Uche and protect the peace he has finally found? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to Gist Dish TV, turn on your notifications, and stay locked for more exclusive Nollywood gist that dig deeper than headlines. Until next time, this is Gist Dish TV, your ultimate gist corner.